Hello, my name is Summer. Thank you so much for joining me for another summer session. This one's for the fire signs. So if you're curious what might be going on this week, stick around. We're about to get into it. So this week we have a full moon, the flower moon on Friday in Scorpio. And so I have a little bit here about how this is going to be affecting the fire signs. It says that it will likely bring deep emotional, financial, or intimate transformations. And right now I'm about to tell you about each fire sign. So we're going to start with Aries. So it says the focus shifts to deep transformations, shared finances, and intense intimate connections, requiring you to navigate complex emotions rather than just rushing forward. For Leo, it's going to be the moon highlights your home, family, and personal foundation, potentially bringing a major shift in your living situation or emotional base. In Sagittarius, this energy spotlights your subconscious health and routines, demanding rest and a detox of habits, emotions, or relationships that no longer serve you. So let's get into the tarot part of this and see how it's going to be showing up exactly in your life. So we're going to see what archetype the fire signs are in. I'm using the Citadel deck if you're curious. So just bear with me. Whoa. The twins, wait. Did y'all? Somebody, I don't remember who got this card recently, but all right, anyways, the twins. Self-protection, dual natures. Interesting. I wonder if the person I pulled this for was a fire sign. Just curious, but anyways, let's pull it out of the, or pull it up in the page. Just give me 1 second. All right. A quiet courtyard, the soft murmur of a nearby tea shop, the call of songbirds, and a blazing argument shattering the peace. The twins were born at the same time, but they couldn't be more different. The first, a dreamer, charming and surrounded by friends. The other, more worldly, but dogged by life's injuries and feelings of inadequacy. Each twin feels the pressure to measure up to their sibling, but that pressure is entirely internal. Neither is judging the other, only themselves. This card relates to a specific relationship in your life. You and the other person are bound together, but past traumas are blocking your ability to make this a harmonious relationship. Be kind and take time to reassess your behavior. Are you really being fair to the other person? How are you continuing old habits or resentments? There is kindness in acknowledging that we're all human. Ooh. Dang. I mean, this is kind of like twin flame type of stuff right here. And you know, twin flame to me, I think it got really over romanticized when actually twin flames can be very chaotic and damaging to your life sometimes because they are a reflection of you. And I think that's what this is saying. Whoever is in your relationship, whoever you're in a relationship with, that you're having some issues, you guys might be mirroring each other and you guys might be more alike than you think. And it's interesting because I was watching a tarot reader this morning, the one that I watch on a regular basis. She was actually talking about how like we can have the same pain but show it in a different way. It's like the same trauma but it's expressed differently, and some people perpetuate the cycle of being the attacker and some people perpetuate the cycle of being the victim. So you know, maybe make sure that you're looking at these relationships right and look at it realistically and not through your ego, because your ego wants to tell you you're way better than them, like they suck for doing this, like I can't believe that they did this to you, and your soul sees it as, wow, they must have been going through something, or maybe there's a reason this type of pain is being reflected at me. Do I have something like that? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So yeah, really interesting to start off with that card. But let's go into the traditional tarot and see exactly what this is looking like. Wow, Fool. So maybe you're going through a new beginning. Right now, it's interesting because I know a couple fire signs that are going through a breakup or they've been dealing with a past breakup that's still kind of going on today. So yeah, a lot of people stepping into new beginnings. But I'm gonna pull all the cards and then I'll read the spread. So you're welcome to skip ahead if you'd like. I just like to pull it on camera just so people know I'm not just handpicking the cards. Wow. Oh man. This is an interesting journey right here. Oh my God. Wow. Dang. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, let's get into this. So definitely starting off rocky here. Like I feel like this beginning part is the hardest to read, and the energy, it really starts to flow after this, but this is definitely something really heavy right here. It's like, yes, you're stepping into this new beginning, but there's still a lot of things to work on, a lot of things to decipher is what I'm hearing. And I'm feeling like this is really you kind of fighting to get what you want, to get what you feel like you need, to, and maybe you're fighting with yourself on what you want and what you need. You know, it could be different, whatever resonates, but yeah, there's definitely this like aggressive energy, but it's really because you want to get somewhere so bad. You're trying to figure all this out and trying to get to the bottom of this so you can just move forward. But there's a reason to kind of sit in this right now. There's a reason that you need to feel this out. You're transforming some things right now. And if you don't honor it, and if you rush through this, it's going to find you later. So it's best to definitely sit right now and decide, that you're going to honor this in you. And that is definitely not easy because you got to sit through some uncomfortable feelings. So I do see that you found out where you were going and decided to kind of like, maybe you don't have an exact destination yet, but you know that there, you know, the first few moves, you know, in directions, and you're kind of trusting that your intuition will guide you the rest of the way. But yeah, this is really saying that this is the end of a tough cycle. I think you know, moving through these feelings is going to help you get exactly to where you find emotionally fulfilling, right? So like I said, you might not know exactly what this looks like yet, but you know that you're taking the steps to get there right now. So, yeah, you're getting really motivated. Like once you figured out what you wanted and what you wanted to do, you're getting really motivated to actually like really end the cycle for good here. And I see that this is ending holding stuff in, which is really interesting. I feel like you're finally figuring out that your emotions aren't meant to be rushed through or pushed past or, you know, disregarded. There's a need to kind of let them out. I feel like maybe you've struggled to articulate your emotions, articulate what you want and what you feel. I feel like maybe this is less about what you want and figuring out how you feel too. Like that feels like it's resonating of like, maybe you're fighting against your emotions, fighting against, yeah, I just feel like maybe there's been a lot of inner turmoil on what to do and how to go about this and where to go. Yeah, it's just been a huge fight, but I feel like you started to make those steps and now there's a lot that is unfolding for you. But as these things unfold, there's going to be some emotions to work through, which is what this full moon in Scorpio is really going to be about. Yeah, but I really feel like you're holding things in behind. And I feel like you don't need to brace for life anymore, or brace, like there's a need to let go of that abrasiveness. You know, the fire signs are really, really strong, but I feel like almost too strong to where they think that they have to hold it all together all the time. And I think there's a need to kind of let go and let loose. And when I say that, I mean in so many different ways. I mean how you feel about yourself, how you feel about life, with your emotions, and letting go of all the baggage of the past. I feel like maybe you've been holding on to a lot. And I feel like with the Fool here, it's really encouraging you to only take what you need with you. You know, your dog and, you know, maybe some food. You know, you got an outfit, you're good to go. But it's like you only need the bare, like the essentials. There's no need to, oh, I got to carry this bag just in case this happens. And it's like you're gonna overwhelm yourself. So I definitely am seeing that this is relating to, and I feel like maybe started from like this the catalyst for this transformation was pain from a relationship, and you know, lovers can mean anything. So it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a relationship with your parent, with your sibling, with your friends, you know, it doesn't, so take it as it comes. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling like a painful, you know, it doesn't have to be ending, but there was a painful situation that happened between you and somebody you care about, and it left you really feeling fucked up, and it led to you going through a lot, but there's a huge chance for transformation here. So it's one of those things that you'll look back on and be thankful for. I've definitely been getting that a lot in recent energies of like, you're going to look back on this and be like, holy shit, that's when it all happened. Or, you know, yeah, you're just going to be like, wow, I see why it all went down the way it did. And this really is teaching you about how important it is to be honest about how you feel about things and what you want. Like, because life is too short to be lying for other people, you know, and saving other people's feelings and people pleasing and all these things. It's like life is way too short for that. So I think you're understanding how important it is to let these emotions out. And it's really interesting because y'all are fire signs, right? So it's very opposite to your nature, you know. And of course, this is just your sun sign. So this is just like your how you know, perceive how your personality is expressed. But I do see you stepping into an era where you're actually like in harmony, like you're able to have the fire and water in harmony, right? And, you know, based on your other signs, you're welcome to look at the other videos as well. You know, you can look at one for your rising, one for your moon, and one for your sun, right? And it can show you how these are going to play out in the different areas of your life. But anyways, let's keep going. So yeah, I see that you are seeing that opening up leads to lightness, freeness, liberation. Like you liberate yourself from the burden of the mental weight that we can put on ourselves just by overthinking things and overanalyzing and not really being able to land anywhere. We just go in circles in our head and don't have any, if you don't have anywhere to get that out, it just kind of festers inside of you. So yeah, this was a huge epiphany for you. This was a huge breakthrough that you made. I really feel like you're starting to see where your intuition relied on this heartbreak to wake you up. Wow. And it's almost like maybe you know, with the twins here, you might have called in this person to teach you this lesson. And it's not necessarily, it's not necessarily about them and about their personality and about what they did. It's really about what they showed you in yourself. What did you show them in themselves? You know, it's like, yeah, so it's just like thankful for what they brought to you. And that's how I've forgiven a lot of people from my past, is like, well, I mean, I got here because of them. You know, I became who I am because of that. And I'm not going to say I hate them or any negative against them, because I know that all of them were operating out of their pain. It's like I know all of their traumas. So it's easy to see, well, they're probably doing this because, you know, of this childhood wound and they haven't really worked through it. So I can, you know, forgive them because I understand what it's like to act out of pain and not know it. You know, it's like we're all fucking human, you know? It makes you so much, it gives grace to everybody, even yourself. And maybe you need to give grace to yourself, because the whole point of being here is to fuck up. We're not here to be perfect. We're not on earth to be perfect, otherwise the world would be perfect around us. Why would you put us in a world with duality and expect us to not have a shadow side, right? So it's all about having honor and respecting your shadow side, respecting, you know, the things that you do to cope with stuff, and if it works, it works. Like, it doesn't matter what other people think. So you've really changed your perspective on a lot. I'm not even gonna say anything specific. I just feel like it's been, in 90% of your life, you're seeing everything differently than you might have last year or even a few months ago. You know, it's going to depend on how heavy the situation, like how much fire is in your chart. You know, it's going to depend on some things. But yeah, I see you entering a phase of harmonic, relaxing, go with the flow energy. And you're healing right now. You're healing from everything that happened. And once you heal and you look back, then you'll have that thought. You know, going through the healing process, it might be kind of up and down. You might be like in between, you know, being thankful and playing the victim, you know, you might be in between those. And yeah, just give yourself grace through all of it. And when you come out, you'll understand, like, oh, I needed to feel that. I needed to get that out. So I feel like the main message here is have grace for yourself and the people around you, and even the people that have hurt you. But oh my God, look at that. And then the Queen of Swords was with them. So you're learning how to navigate this life balanced, in a balanced way. And you're learning how to communicate effectively. You're learning how to trust your intuition and do what you got to do for your growth. And yeah, this is just really beautiful energy. And this is the card of success, victory. So you've been victorious in this journey that you just went on. And if you're watching this, that's confirmation, because I don't have that many subscribers. And so if you made it this far, this is definitely a message for you. So, wow. Look at that. Harmony. Again. Oh, and I just put it over this. Look, you're done fighting about how you feel. You're starting to really understand, like, your emotions are not a weakness. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a strength. And once you start using it as a strength instead of a weakness, your life switches, you know? Like, I really, so somebody opened up to me very deeply the other day, and I opened up back, and I kind of beat myself up for it a little bit. And I was like, they opened up to me. Why am I not allowed to open up to them? It's like, sometimes our brains are really weird. And I think that we all think that, I think that stems from, like, people hurting me, right? And I had to kind of take a step back and be like, wait a minute. No, I shouldn't ever regret being vulnerable. Even if the other person used it against me, that says more about them than it does about me. Like, I was just being honest about my life, and, you know, so give yourself as much grace as you would another person, right? All right, let's get some confirmational messages from the Good Tarot. Wow. Queen of Air came out again, which is the Queen of Swords. Confirmation. All right, 2 more. I'm getting better at shuffling these cards. It used to really give me a hard time, but I think I'm figuring it out. All right, I said 2 more, but I felt like I need another one. Whoa. Call and patience. Okay. Dang. Oh my God. Okay, I guess it's more than that. A lot more. Okay. Page of Water is what we're starting with. Open-heartedness, childlike innocence, and curiosity. Beginning of intimacy and relationships. Playfulness, cheerful optimism. I am open. Nope. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead me where I need to go. Love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I am here to frolic and play. I am ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. So this is the Page of Cups in the traditional tarot. So I find that really interesting because this means you're starting on a new emotional journey. This is, you're feeling freer, you're feeling open, like a child. Like you're not worried if that person's not going to like you. You're just like, hey, do you want to be my friend? Like that type of energy. I feel like maybe you're kind of getting back to that, or maybe spirit is encouraging you to get back to that. But yeah, let's go to the next card, which is Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords. So confirmation. Setting healthy boundaries. Yes. Strong self-esteem, calculated and shrewd decisions, clear communication, well organized, a wordsmith. I have clarity of my purpose. My intentions are in alignment with my understanding. There is always a strategy in the game called life. Can I let go of false truths and be rigorously honest with myself and others? Man, I feel like that last part is really what's sticking out. Can I let go of false truths and be rigorously honest with myself and others? Like, if you're still in that mentality of like, this person hurt me, I can't believe they did this. Yeah, I feel like that one's for you. It's like, yes, they hurt you. I'm not saying that part's false, but if you stay a victim, that's in your control. Like somebody made you a victim at that time, but whether you release that label, that title, you got to transform it into survivor because you're not a victim anymore, you know? So it's that kind of narrative that we can retell ourselves over and over again when it's not our current situation. That's a past situation that you're bringing into right now. You're bringing that past victim into now. Now you are still a victim because that's what you're telling yourself. So that kind of thing. All right, Hermit. Time out. Sometimes it's necessary to take time out for regrouping and introspection. This is a temporary experience, but one necessary for my growth. When I step back, retreat, regroup, and renew, I have a clear perspective on everything in life. Yeah, if you're overwhelmed or confused, hanging out with people isn't always the best thing because honestly, I've benefited so much from alone time. And that's because I don't really make a lot of friends really fast. I'm very not calculated, but like I value quality over quantity, I guess. And just only mesh with people that are like on my same vibe. I don't force anything, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like that has actually helped me a lot. At first I would be like, dang, I don't really have that many friends. And then later on I'm like, dang, I've grown so much as a person because I'm able to like really sit with myself and be alone and not need constant noise around me. You know, I mean, maybe I do with like music and stuff, but like, you know what I mean? So it's really important to get that time alone because you process way faster than you do if you're with other people. All right, so 6 of Earth. But I'm not saying don't vent or anything if you feel like you need to do that. All right, so 6 of Earth. Where the fuck? Unexpected resources. Ooh, happy surprises, generosity. What I have sent forth in love comes back to me many times over as the generosity of others becomes apparent and unexpected resources show up. The universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding me that the world is full of pleasant surprises. Inside the pretty package is tangible aid, a gift from spirit. Just when I was beginning to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures I am entitled to receive that show up at my door. What will I unwrap today? So basically, this is kind of saying, hey, have your alone time now because you need to build up energy for something that's coming in. There's something on the way to you that I'm not going to say if it's good or bad because it's going to depend on like your karmic load and like what you've got going on and what you've been up to. But, you know, if you've been really on your shit, there might be some good opportunities coming for you. So, all right, let's go to 3 of Water. Celebration and join community. And this was the card that was like all the girls celebrating. Dang, I shouldn't have put the cards away. But this is confirmation that you're doing right by opening up about your feelings. All right, so celebration, enjoying community, sharing exuberance, team spirit, common goal, friendship. So yeah, it's like, okay, you just need this alone time now. And then once things start opening up and figuring it out, then you'll have your time outside of you. You know, it's like there are things that you don't need to go searching for. I feel like this is a time with just going with the flow. And last week I said, like, you're finding your fiery flow. So there's a need to just do that. Go with the flow and in your own way. No one's telling you to turn to water, right? All right, so joy and excitement flow among all those gathered. I embrace being a part of something larger than myself. It's a time to delight in the camaraderie as I experience the greater whole that is my community or team. We buoy each other and play together as we co-create. We are friends, family, and companions, sharing our experiences. This is a time to remember we must accept each other as we are, both shadow and light within. Dang, you're needing to accept people as they are and understand that if people are in your life, you are just a reflection of them and vice versa. Yo. Man, that's crazy. Okay. Call and patience. Wow. I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I'm being called into a deeper, more authentic relationship with myself, my higher power, and with others. I am here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions. I need to trust that my life has a purpose, that I am enough, and that within me is a divine blueprint that has meaning for myself and others. Yeah, this is a call to like be you. Like stop. Like you are enough. You don't have to... Oh, I should do this, I should do that. I need, like, let go of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and just do what you're feeling you need to do. Like, I really feel like the fire signs are learning to honor their emotions right now. And I know I've said that like a billion times, but it's really coming through. Moderation. This card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of and alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met, even though I may not see it yet in the outer visible world. The angels are looking out for me. Moderation in all things is required right now. So, really interesting. It's like, you need to have patience and use moderation, but not do the shoulda, coulda, woulda thing, right? So it's like, you don't have to be fully disciplined, but like make sure you're not overdoing it, right? So like, you're kind of in this limbo at the moment and waiting for this call to come in of like where you should go next and what you should, like, that's really interesting. Sorry, I had to fix these cards. Huh. All right, let's see what's next. Maybe that'll inform more about that. And I think like there's going to be a time where you're kind of in a, yeah, that limbo is really going to fuck with you for sure. Because it's kind of fucking with me right now. I'm like, there's got to be more to this, but it's like, I can't do anything but take the next step and read the cards. So that's really interesting. All right, Messenger of Fire. Funny we're ending on like, oh my god, these are all, there are 4 fire cards right here, but I'm not going to read all of them. Okay, so Messenger of Fire, determination for a new adventure, innovation, independent creative action, spirited, headstrong. I have an unstoppable spirit that can co-create all that I desire. Surrounded by spirit, illumined by the wisdom that rises up within me, I set forth on a plan to innovate. Path. I meant to say path, but I said plan. Interesting. I trust in my vision and act accordingly, remaining true to what I most value and desire, which can manifest in many forms. So yeah, I feel like you're going to go from being in limbo, patience, feeling like, oh, like I'm just like in this middle spot. I feel good, but I don't feel that good. It's like, yeah, there's this weird tug and pull back and forth. But once this energy comes around, it's really going to launch you forward and it's going to get you motivated to go and like really do the damn thing. All right, 10 of Fire, sorry. Burning away, releasing excess, endings clear way for beginnings. Wow. I may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole, but I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. Oh my gosh. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. You're letting that thing go and you're seeing through your emotions clearly. You know, with that first round of tarot cards, it was a little like rocky. It was like you're letting it go, but it's, you know, it's a little hard, right? You didn't let it go without a fight. And then when you finally let it go, everything started to flow, right? It's like when you were holding on to it in the beginning, everything was like, oh, like chaotic, but then you slowly released it. And yeah, now you're headed towards this new beginning. And I think I do have to read these cards, God damn it. Okay, I'm just going to say this is personal best. So this is saying like you're going to go the distance and you're going to succeed. This is your personal best. So yeah, you're leveling up basically. And with King of Fire, this is honoring your heart. This is, I want to read the King of Fire actually. Because, I don't know, his face is so cute. Like, I love this guy. Hold on. Okay. Spiritual influencer. Like, look at him. He's so cute. When I'm aligned with spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. Yeah, you're going to be able to... Yeah, how can I be confident in my own abilities and vision without becoming rigid or closed off to new ideas? That part. That is key here. This is what y'all are learning right now. How can I be confident in my own abilities and vision without becoming rigid or closed off or a cocky asshole, right? So that's really what I feel like you're learning is that balance, right? It's like there's the confidence, but there's also the vulnerability, right? It's because confidence can teeter on the line of cocky, right? And I feel like with fire signs, it's easier to like kind of tip over to the cocky side and without really realizing it, right? So it's important to kind of get yourself in check and make sure that you're not, you know, being a cocky asshole. Man, this is a long one. All right, so let me finish it up with some last numerology messages. Confidence is your key to success. Oh my God, that's crazy. And this is a Leo card. Wow. Wow. Hold your vision. Just how can you hold your vision without being rigid or closed off? Oh my God. So confidence, hold your vision. A win-win outcome is forecast. This is the forecast. Don't fuck it up because you could, you know, interfere and like maybe mess all that up. So make sure you're honoring your emotions this weekend. I feel like this is the test is this weekend. You know how it goes. I feel like the moons is like, I wouldn't call them tests, but man, they definitely determine where we're going, right? So be bold to make the first move. If you're feeling some type of way, maybe you need to express that. Maybe you need to say something. So bring love into the situation. Yeah, don't bring a bunch of hate and garbage into it. Because then if it turns out bad, you participated in that. So if you come at it with love, like, hey, man, this really hurt me. I don't know what to do with these emotions and it's just fucking with me. I feel like I need to talk to you about this. That's such a nice way to say, you did this and I can't believe you fucking said that. And there's such different energy, right? So be careful. Your commitment is being tested. Oh my God. Okay. That's crazy. All right. So Leo, no, not Leo, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, all the fire signs. I was just saying Leo because I was looking at this card, but yeah, all the fire signs, you guys got it. I believe in you. And if you guys need any extra guidance, let me know. You're welcome to reach out for a personal private reading or check my Patreon. You can subscribe and get extra readings every week. So let me know if you're interested in those. Comment, like, subscribe if this resonated for you. And if it did, put a lion in the comments if this resonated. So thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye. All right. A courtyard. Sorry. A quiet Oh my God. Sorry, my words are all messed up right now. A quiet court... Bro. Okay.